Okay, for this particular project, we're going to be putting 6 Cat 5 cables down on a patch panel. So you'll be given a group of 6 on a block right here, and then you'll probably be given another group of 6 on the other side of the patch panel. So what we're going to do is I'll just start by demonstrating exactly how to do this. Again, you're going to be laying some down in the 568A and some in the 568B standard. So first we're going to, if you look at the patch panel, it's already laid out for 568B. Again, your blue, your orange, your green, and your brown pair. If you're going to do it in the 568A, what you do is you'll turn the orange pair and the green pair around. In other words, it'll be blue and then green and then orange and then brown, the pairs in order. So I'll demonstrate how to do a 568A here and give you an idea of what we're looking for on the patch panel. And of course, again, how far the cables are untwisted is a big issue. We can only be untwisted a ½ inch at any particular point. So what we'll do is we'll start laying them down. I usually like to start in the middle where the cables are the shortest, or will be the shortest. So we'll just lay those down here. I'll start with the green and white pair, and then the orange and the white pair here in the middle. So the cable is kind of centered on the actual jack itself. And then we can put down either pair. Again, the white is always first on this particular panel. There are 2 styles of panels, so if you run into the other style, you'll have to do according to the instructions on the panel. So we got that side laid in there. We're going to take the 110 punch down tool again with the cutting edge. In this case, cutting edge up, and we will just trim off the wires and punch them into the jack. Okay, so you have one cable laid down on the port here, so we'll bring the cable around and we'll actually lay it down on the other side over here. Again, strip it, or bring the cable, pull the jacket off, remove the excess string, and again, we're laying it down in the A formation or standard. So we'll have the blue, green, orange, and brown pairs. Again, if you're laying them in here, if you look at this one, notice how this was laid into the top. If we're laying one into the bottom, it would come in and the cable would actually come in the same place this one does and turn down and be cut off. And I can show you that right here. We'll take and put one in, again, my orange-white pair. Here. A green-white pair. White and the fourth pair, the brown and white. Okay, so again for the 568A, we should have the blue pair, the green pair, the orange pair, and the brown pair. Again, taking the punch down tool, again, we're going to turn it the other way so that we can cut off the length of the wire that we don't want. Okay, sometimes with this bracket, we'll have to try to punch down a couple of times to get them to cut off. You may have to wiggle them a little bit. So you can't get the proper angle to cut off. You may be able to go in from the underside. Whichever works. Okay? Again, we'll bring the cables. These typically would come from the top up on the cable rack, but I'm not concerned about that. So what we're looking for is a connection between point A and point B. Okay, we'll walk over. I've got one completed over here. Okay, so when you're all finished and you have all 6 cables put in there, notice a group of 6 here and our group of 6 over here. Notice that the cables that are on the top row of ports will come off onto the top cable management bar, and the bottom row will come onto the bottom cable management bar. And notice how we neatly tied them together in 2s, took Velcro and made them very neat. We'll want to be able to be sure to make those very neat, because once you start making this in a cross type method or something like that, everybody will follow and turn into a real rat's nest. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that we have this very neatly put in there. Okay, then from that point we'll take the test equipment and we're going to actually test out each one of those. That's why I had you make the cable in this from port to port, so that we could actually test your connections that you've put in there. So we'll move around to the front and we'll make that test. So on this particular one, we laid down this set of ports, and to this set of ports we terminated them. So what we'll do is we'll set the qualifier again on the Discover mode, because we're actually going to just wire map out the connections we did. So you'll plug into a port over here and a corresponding port over here. Example, these two are connected together, and what we're looking for is a good straight through connection. And what you'll do is just walk down your connections, all 6 of them that you did, and make sure they're all connected properly. If they aren't, if some are crossed, if some didn't make connection, we'll have to go in and repair those. So that's what we're looking for. Good connections through, all the way through, and then cable management on the backside.